Hi everyone, my name's Helen and welcome to Helen's Bookhaven, the first episode. I've been watching BookTube for a long time now, and I thought, why not give it a go? I wasn't sure how I felt about being on camera, and maybe you'll never see me again. But I've been really inspired by some of the people I watch already, like Steph Loves, JD Ray Reads, How to Train Your Gavin, Cody's Book Corner. Oh, there's so many, and I love watching them. And reading is truly my hobby, 100%. And I thought, why not give it a go? And even if there's just me who watches them, at least I can keep a track of what I've read and look back on these someday. And if 10 people, 20 people watch, even better. I'm taking part in Bookoplathon, so I really wanted to join in on the showing people my TBR. So I have already done the rolls. I made the mistake of letting my 5-year-old roll for me, and I was just going to do 10 or 12 rolls, and then she got carried away and we ended up doing 15. So I did draw out the board. It's really rubbish. It was only because my printer wasn't working. Yeah, so we did 15, and I will go through the prompts and let you know what I'll be reading in September. So the first prompt that I got was foiled cover. So I will be reading The Train to Impossible Places by P.G. Bell. I picked this one because it is part of the Touch of Whimsy book club, Alice in Wonderland themed readathon. No, I couldn't add any more books to this. I had no chance of getting through them, but I thought at least if I do the group book, then I'll feel like I took part a little bit. So the train tracks and the steam are foiled, so I'm going with that one. Sorry if I'm looking down, that's where all my prompts are. The next one was a middle grade, and I was lucky enough on NetGalley to get the third Book Wanderers, Tilly and the Book Wanderers book. So I'm really excited about that one. That's by Anna James. So yeah, I will be reading that for this prompt. I then got Becca Rec. And me and Becca have got really different tastes in books. She reads a lot of really thick, chunky fantasy books, and I really don't read those. But I went back on some of her past videos and I found that she'd recommended Cinder, and I really want to try that one. So I have got that on my list. For the ones that I've not got here, I will just put pictures of them up. The next one that I went for was a standalone. And for that one, I've gone for one called This Time Next Year, and that one's by Sophie Cousins. I've got to review this for something, so I thought I would give that one a go. It's about two people who were born on exactly the same day, but they live totally different lives. I don't know much else other than that, but yeah, I'm going to try that one. Next, I got Set in the Past, and I have picked The Triumph of the Shipyard Girls. That's another one that I've got to review as well. And that one's like looking at women during the wartime, so that's definitely set in the past, so I've gone for that. Then I got Set in the, oh no, not Set in the Present, that's another one. Most recent purchase. My most recent purchase was The Mummy Bloggers by Holly Wainwright, and it just says 3 women, 3 blogs, so many lies, and I just thought that sounded really interesting. And I do like a really light read at the minute, especially with everything that's going on. So yeah, I'm going to give that one a go. Then I got Translated, and I had this took a lot of Googling and looking on Goodreads, but I then found that A Man Called Ove by Fredrik Backman. That's been translated, I want to say from Swedish, but I'm really not sure, and it doesn't say on it, but I know it's been translated anyway. So I managed to pick this up from the library that I work at. Yeah, I'm a library assistant, so pretty easy to get hold of books. Yeah, so I'm going to try that one. The next one was ebook or an audiobook. And I wasn't sure whether to, I'm torn and I still haven't decided to go for, on Audible, I've got The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I've heard so many good things about that. So I'll either be listening to that one through that, or through Borrow Box at my library. I have got Potkin and Stubbs, and that's the middle grade monthly choice. And I think I've read nearly, oh excuse me, my legs are going so, every single one of the middle grade monthly books except one. I think I didn't manage to get the Jumbies in time, but I will get to that one. So yeah, Potkin and Stubbs. So I'm going to do one or the other. I'd need to fit popkin and stubs in anyway. So yeah, we'll go for that. Oh, that one's by Triumph of the Shipwrecked Goods was by Nancy Ravel. 700. Oh, I've just said that one. And Popkin and Stubbs, Sophie Green. Need to get better at this. So the next one I went for was another Becca rec. So again, I went back through her videos and she recommended Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging. She's read, I think she was working her way back through all the Louise Renison ones because she read them when she was younger. I think it's a YA. I don't know much else about it, but I thought that sounds like something I can get on board with. So I'm hoping to get that from the library at some point. The next one was Water on the Cover, and I went to a different library. I'm a member of all kinds of libraries as well as working at one, and I found The Great Escape, Two Broken Hearts, 10 Ways to Get Over an Ex, Let the Adventure Begin. So yeah, that sounds interesting. It's got water on the cover, so I will go with that one. The next one was set in the present, and I've gone for Jackpot by Nick Stone. I've had this on my TBR for I think 2 months now. I think it's about somebody who sells somebody a winning lotto ticket and the money goes unclaimed, so she goes on a trek to try and find, I think it's an old lady who comes and she's trying to find her to tell her that she's won. I don't know. I'll let you know if I decide to come on and let you know how I've done. But yeah, I really fancy that one, so I'm excited to do that. Next one was a big book, over 500 pages. I know I can do it. I've started reading the School for Good and Evil series and I really love them, and I'm up to number 4, which is which one are we up to? Quest for Glory, and they are by Suman Chinani. Does that sound right? That sounds right. So yeah, I'm really excited to carry on with that. I love Sophie and Agatha, and I really want to find out what happens next. So that's that one. Book over 500 pages. I'm really into them. I should be able to get through it relatively quickly. We'll see. So the next one was another foiled cover, and I recently bought Half a World Away by Mike Gill. I love Mike Gill's books. I read one for the Richard and Judy book, The Man I Think I Know, I think it was. That was really good. And then he did a non-fiction about making lists, to-do lists, and that was really interesting as well. And he's really good on Twitter, like messaging back people who are fans of his books and everything. He just seems like a really cool guy. So I really wanted to try Half a World Away by Mike Gill. Strangers Live in Worlds Apart, but it wasn't always that way. I don't know much about it. I don't really want to. I just want to see what I think. But all the windows in the flats and in the houses are all foiled, so that's a good one for that. Next was another middle grade, and I managed to get on NetGalley Frost Heart 2, Aurora something. Jamie Littler. I found out through How to Train Your Dragon about the Frost Hat series. I loved it when we did Believeathon and I read that one, so I really wanted to get this one, and yeah, I'm really excited to try that one. The next one was another standalone, and I need to read The Broken Hearts Honeymoon for a review for something. That one is by Lucy Dickens, so I will be trying to read that one. And then the last one was a 5-star prediction, and I found this one in a library. It sounded really good. In Search of Mary, the Mother of All Journeys. And it's basically, it says toddler in tow, B. Rowlett embarks on an extraordinary journey in search of the life and legacy of the first celebrity feminist, Mary Wollstonecraft. And then she does all this travelling. One of my favourite types of book is travel non-fiction. I've got a lot of anxiety about travelling, but I love the idea of it, so I think I live it through other people. So I just thought this sounded really, really good. I love books about strong women, and so I really fancy trying this one, and I think it'll be a 5-star prediction for me. I hope I'm not disappointed, and I also then hope to find out more about Mary Wollstonecraft, because I don't at the moment, but she sounds like an amazing lady. So I will give that one a go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 16, I was right. I think we might have got, maybe we went for 15 and we got 16. We got one double, so we did pretty well with that. And then I wrote out all my community shelf cards, 16 of them. I wrote out 16 chance cards and I didn't pull any, and I was really disappointed. So I might have to have another month where I just use this board and have another go, because yeah, I always love watching Becca's videos, and I really wanted to try Bookoplathon, and I don't feel like I got the full experience because I didn't get to use any of the cards. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I might not carry on with the channel. I don't know how I feel about it still, but I'm going to share my TBR. Hopefully, if I get used to this, I fancy giving my own TBR game a go. It involves Scrabble. I've only seen one other person do Scrabble, and I'm going to do it slightly differently. Instead of 7 tiles, I'm going to use 8. It's going to be Scrabble and Spouse the first month, and I'm going to pick 8 tiles. Well, the tiles have already been picked because my 5-year-old really wanted to do that with me, and then I got carried away with readathons and I never got a month to do my own Scrabble TBR. So I'm going to do it Scrabble and Spouse. 8 tiles where I pick using the letters, the first letter of a title of a book, and that's how I pick that. And then the other 4, because I'm going to try and average 12 a month, the other 4 are going to get picked by my spouse, my husband, for the first month. And then every month after that I was going to do Scrabble and Sophie, and that my 5-year-old, she's starting school again in September 5. Let her pick 4. Then my best friend is called Sandra, so we're going for the S's to begin with. We'll go through Scrabble, and there'll be 8 books picked by me via the Scrabble tiles, and then 4 from somebody I know, and we'll see how we go. I also ran Eurovision-a-thon during lockdown. Eurovision was called off. I love Eurovision, so I did my own readathon, and that went really well on Twitter. Trying to make it bigger and better for next year, so I've already set up my own channel for that, and I might run that through here as well, but we'll see. Like I said, I don't know how I feel like being on camera. I don't know if this be any good, but you gotta try it to see if you like it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this, and at least I can add it in and show everybody what my TBR is. So thank you for joining me on Helen's Bookhaven, and maybe see you around. Bye.